Hello again, so this box has come all the way to me from China. This should contain a gondola wagon, so let's get it open and check what we've got here. So we have a simple bag with the kit inside here. It's an unassembled model, and we have some instructions here, and it says Evemodel on it, an HO scale unassembled gondola car. And we have languages here in English, German, and I think that's Chinese possibly. It does look like a fairly easy kit to put together. There is a parts list as well with 12 pieces, and we've got easy to follow instructions here as well. So we're going to have a go at putting this model together and see what it's like. I'm not sure what the prototype of this is. It does look like a kind of European gondola, but it should be fun to put this model together. There's certainly no fancy packaging with this. It's just a normal kind of freezer bag. So we have the main body piece here. We've got the chassis with some details moulded into it. Got a very flimsy looking weight, bag of really tiny parts, and the bogies as well, and unfortunately they've got plastic wheels. I thought this came with metal wheels. It does look as though we've got NEM pockets and NEM couplers though. So just looking a bit closer at the main body. It's a one-piece design here, but it does actually look pretty good. The doors are very well defined. It's got some details like this little hook here, and there's no moulding marks or any flash as far as I can see. The inner sides of the gondola are just completely plain, but we do have a representation of a floor. I guess this model would really benefit from having a load fitted into it. In the corners it does seem to have little ridges on the side there. Not sure whether that's meant to be there, but so far I'm pretty happy with the quality of this model. So let's put this together, and we'll also have to paint it as well. You can see it has come unpainted, and also we don't have any transfers here either to put any markings on this. So I'm going to go for a really heavily weathered look. That's the rest of this video is going to be putting this together.
One eternity later.
So it's been more than 6 months since I last looked at this wagon. I just hadn't had the time to do anything with it, and there's other things that one has to do, you know what it's like. But I'm back on it now, and I think it's about time we figured out what colour we're going to do this wagon. I did look up the internet to find what this was. It's quite unusual for a gondola because it's got 3 sets of doors on each side, and most of them have 2 sets. And I did discover that this type of wagon is run mostly in Spain. I found this image on the internet of a real one, which is in the blue colour, and Evemodel do actually do colour versions of this, and they do the blue as well, but I thought I'd probably not be able to match the colour scheme and maybe not get the right shade of blue. And also I don't have any transfers with this wagon either, so I thought a good old brown one covered maybe in graffiti as well and very weathered would be great fun to make. Evemodels does do a Renfe brown one like this, but I actually found this picture of a Slovakian one which is in brown as well, and it's from a leasing company called AX Bennett. Now Evemodel do actually do one from AX Bennett as well, but it's in this kind of dark blue colour. But I think I'll go with this brown one, and it also offers the opportunity to paint the handles yellow as well. And you can see it's had a hard life as well because it's absolutely battered to hell. So that's going to be the prototype. We're going to make this model here into the brown colour, and then I'll weather it and add some graffiti as well. So the underframe and the bogies of the one that we're going to copy is all in black, so we can paint these parts black. And then everything else I think we'll just put onto the actual body, things like the buffers and things like that, which are all going to be brown. So let's give this a coat of black first. Well, I probably should get some new brushes because that one was rubbish. But anyway, we've got the black onto the chassis. I need to do a little bit extra onto these couplings. I'll do that later. I've also done black paint onto the bogies. And I think it's about time we put some of these parts actually onto the body itself, and then we can paint that brown. To do that, I'm just using the good old Humbrol poly cement. Okay, all the pieces are on this end of the wagon, but I've still got to put a few on this end. Not quite so many. There's no handrails at the top, but we've still got to get a few bits and pieces on here. And now that end's done as well, so I'll put this aside and let it dry. Plus we seem to have some spare parts left over as well, so they'll go in the spares box. So going back to the chassis, this is kind of dry now, and I want to give it a bit of a weathering, just a bit of grime, because it's just matte black at the moment. I don't mind it's got a few little ripples in the paint here. I think once it's weathered, you won't notice that at all. And while I was at it, I also painted the bogies as well, so they're matte black too. Well, mostly. I think I've missed a bit up here. Anyway, let's put some grimy colour onto this now. This charred brown I think might work okay. I'm also going to do the ends of the wheels in this colour as well, although we're going to go to town with the rust on these later. And I'm also thinking that brown colour might actually be a good base colour for this main part as well. So I'm going to paint this in that brown colour too, and then we'll go from there. The interior of this I'm not too bothered about. I'm actually going to put a load in. I've got quite a good idea about what to put in here. So I'm not so bothered about the paint on the inside of here, but we'll get the paint on the rest of it. So the body's looking pretty good over here. I'm just letting it dry, and there's a couple of bits to touch up on it, but for the time being I'm going to go back to the chassis now, which is kind of dried a little bit, and I'm going to give it some light rust, and for that I'm using Panzer Ace's light rust. Funnily enough, I'm just going to give this a bit of a wash over this piece. So I'm pretty happy with the underframe for now. You will notice it is a little bit shiny in places. That's because I used some of this Nuln oil on it, and it always seems to come out shiny. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. We'll probably give this a spray of matte varnish when we're finished. So I think we can just assemble this all together now and then put the chassis aside and concentrate on the body. Okay, we put the chassis to one side and now we're back onto the main body. You can see that the undercoat has got a few streaks in it, but that's okay because we're going to weather this quite a lot. So it's another coat of brown onto this next. So I think that's looking pretty good so far, and I'm going to put in a bit more depth now by putting in some very dark brown, almost black ink into the recesses. So that's the next step. So considering this is a wagon from a Slovakian company, I thought maybe it might be a good idea to put some Slovakian graffiti onto this. So I looked on the internet for what was available and I came up with quite a few different bits and pieces. I quite like this one here. I think it's quite iconic for Bratislava. I'm not 100% sure, I think it is, but I quite like these little characters on it. And also I saw quite a few in this kind of style, which I think would probably go pretty well on this wagon too. I don't have any real plan about where this is going to go or whereabouts on the wagon they're going to end up. I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. Well, this probably looks really scrappy to you right now, but it's meant to be this way because I want to make it like it's worn out graffiti. So I'm not too bothered about getting it a solid colour. I quite like the fact that it's a bit worn out, and also we'd be doing weathering on top of this as well. Bit of artistic license there as well. Well, it's not an exact copy, but I think it's good enough. And I quite like it as well. So I'm also going to add some little tags onto this area here as well, and probably down here underneath, just with the brush. So I think that's looking pretty good, but I want to now add a bit more onto this area, and I think I'll do it a bit more kind of cruder graffiti maybe. Let's see how we go on with that. So I think this side is now looking pretty good, and I've even done the ends on this end, and there's a locomotion motion tag right there. But this side is completely clean at the moment, but I've got some big plans for that. I'll get onto that in a minute. But just while we're looking at this side, there's a little message just up here, so if you haven't done that already, just like and subscribe. That'd be great. Thanks very much. Right, let's get on with the next side. Well, I think I'm finished with the painting and the weathering. I think this looks really good. It's actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would. And we've got different graffiti on both sides. I've also done the handrails in yellow. You can see them here and weathered them down a little bit as well. And we also have these little hooks here done in yellow and these little brake wheels done in red. You can see I've actually got my thumb painted red as well. But one thing we are missing is the load, and to be able to do that I need to actually go outdoors and up into the hills, and I'll explain that when I get back. So I'm going to put this to one side and go for a walk.
6.5 hours later.
Well, I'm back, but that actually took a bit longer than expected, but I brought this. Actually, I've got a huge big bag of it. This is actually dead heather off the hillsides, and I use this for wood on model railways because it's actually got grain a lot finer than real wood, so it looks more in scale. Anyway, I'm going to chop all this up and make a wood load for the wagon, but I also need to make a little bit of a platform to go inside the wagon for the wood to sit on. So I'm back on to Tinkercad to make this little platform, and then it's into Cura to slice it for the printer. I'm just using low quality settings for this, there's no need for it to be good. And then it's onto my ender to print out. While that's happening, I'll get on and chop up all this heather, and then we'll be ready to add this on as a load. Well, that turned out great from the printer, and it works fine in there. So next step, putting some PVA glue into here. Okay, let's give this a go then. And I've got tons of wood left over as well, which is great. Well, we're almost finished now. I'm just going to give this a coat of the matte varnish from Humbrol. So I'll be back in a couple of seconds. And that's it. I'm going to call this one done. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. And I think the load in here looks absolutely fantastic as well. I hope you agree too, and I hope you liked watching me make this model. So what did I think of Evemodel's gondola wagon? I think it goes together pretty well, and it's got a lot of nice little features and additional parts that you can add on to it. I think possibly the way the bogies attach with this little clip here, I can see why they've done it for, I suppose, to keep the prices down, but I think it's not too good. But it does stay on okay, and it even has NEM pockets that cantilever as well, which is pretty good, I think. It does have plastic wheels on these. It could probably be upgraded with metal wheels, which I know Evemodels do offer as an optional extra, but I think I probably would recommend this kit. It's actually really good, and they do other kits as well, and I've got another one of them coming up on his channel soon. So let me put this on a piece of track and you can see it going back and forward, and then I'll put it on the turntable so you can see all the way around.